People are more than ever want to know what's going on close to them in their neighbourhoods, in their communities, and they're saying repeatedly that this is the thing the media don't provide for them.
In a way, Wales is particularly important for hyperlocal stuff because of its diversity and its spread.
This isn't a computer, this is community, engagement and a sense of belonging.
My Welshpool, my Newtown, my Radnor and my Brecon.
Hyperlocal.com a gwefan Cymraeg lleol o'r enw bycolwyn.com.
3VTV, Three Valleys Television, a hyperlocal site for Blaen y Gwent.
The Port Talbot Magnet.
Caerphillyobserver.co.uk.
Well, when the local paper goes, the danger is that the spirit of the community will go. You can't do everything by word of mouth, even in a medium-sized community, even in a small town or a small part of a city or something. You need a quality of information. You need to know how to get it. You need to be able to get it quickly. Actually, hyperlocal sites offer speedier updating than newspapers were ever able to do.
Well, news organisations may abandon towns, but news doesn't stop happening. People still want to know what happens in the courts, in the councils, with the local sports teams, particularly in a town the size of Port Talbot. So we set this up. We're a cooperative set up by members of the National Union of Journalists. We're involving volunteers. We hope in the long run to be taking younger journalists on, to pay them decent rates of pay for the work that they're doing, but more importantly provide a sustainable community news service that actually tells the stories and engages with the people of Port Talbot.
And we feel what we're doing is filling that hole that's been left by the lack of good quality journalism, news, information for local people. The impact of the more traditional media was receding at a very fast rate of knots. And since we launched 2.5 years ago, we found that we've been very successful in helping to let people in those areas where we operate know what's going on.
I think Hyperlocal, like 3VTV, has got a vital role to play in local communities and in the local economy. We can help empowering people, we can help by empowering businesses. We can help upskill people because we're offering training to local people to contribute to the channel, but we're also then connecting people in the community with their local businesses with the aim of helping boost the local economy.
Language is also important too. We've funded Papua Dre to do a project in the Welsh language. There's no reason why Indigenous languages should lose out to new forms of technology, for example. It's really important, this stuff.
Dwi'n meddwl bod cysylltu llefydd efo'i gilydd a bobl sydd ar un diddordeb yn really bwysig. Dwi wedi cael mwy o look yn Saesneg efo abergelypost.com achos yn fanna, mae yna Facebook grŵp, mae nhw'n siarad am y dre, mae bobl yn dod o Facebook i mewn i'r wefan, yn postio lluniau, dwi'n rhoi logins iddyn nhw, a mae'r syniad yma bod yna rwydwaith o bobl yn cyfrannu yn really gyffroes, a lycyn ni jyst medru amplifio hwnna yn yr iaith Gymraeg ar bycolwyn.com.
News organisations are abandoning whole communities because they feel that they can't make money out of it, but news doesn't go away and people's thirst for news doesn't go away.
I feel that what we do is the future, well, not just the future, but the now of the media industry. There's a real danger that as more and more students and young people are coming out of university, the newspapers aren't taking them on, the jobs aren't there like they were. What we're coming up with is an alternative to that old profession of newspapers with a new, fresh approach for delivering news, which is going to provide jobs for these people that are going to fill in the future.
The first day the website went live, and there was maybe I had an audience of 2. That's a lot different now to having a monthly audience of 21,000 uniques. I do sit and think sometimes about. I'm communicating to the website communicates to a lot of people, and increasingly now I feel a duty to make the website a success, because if it were to fall down and close tomorrow, then I'd be no better than the big media companies pulling out.
We've had a number of successes. I think prime among them was our coverage of The Passion, which was organised by Michael Sheen and National Theatre Wales. We covered everything as it happened live, and it was an amazing event to cover. It was very appropriate it was called The Passion for us, because we were about bringing passion back to news coverage in Port Talbot. Michael Sheen was about bringing people's pride and passion in Port Talbot back into the town as well, a town that he says that many people just pass by or have forgotten.
How many people don't realise the hidden gems they've got in their community. Every one of the 5 towns in Blaen y Gwent has amazing independent retailers and other services, and what we are there to do is to try to reconnect the communities with those businesses and to try to help boost the local economy in the process.
We have national newspapers, national broadcasters providing lots of information at that level. We've got more and more information at a global scale, but often you don't know what's happening in the next street.
Hyperlocal journalism is right inside the community. It gives voice to people, it enables them to know quickly what's going on, and it's something where people can exchange views with each other as well as pick up news from each other. It needs, at its best, it needs some professionalisation, it needs standards, but a good hyperlocal site can give a community all the news that it needs to be a healthy and vibrant community.
You've got to have a passion, you've got to have involvement, you've got to have engagement, you've got to be embedded in the community. But given the resources that we've got and the ideals that we set out with and the passion that we set out with nearly 3 years ago, I think we've stuck to that and we're all enormously proud of it.
It's about connecting people, it's about connecting communities, it's about empowering local people and empowering local business.
I've absolutely no idea where all of this will be in 10 or 20 years' time. It's a field of massive experiment, creativity and innovation, but I'm certain it will be one of the most exciting results of the internet age, will be a revival of hyperlocal media and hyperlocal activism.